Welcome to Eye on the Tigers News. I'm Bianca Burrows. Thanks for joining us today for the news we've been watching for you. They bowed their heads in honor of the dead. They carried signs with the messages like "Never Again" and "Am I Next?" They rallied against the National Rifle Association and the politicians who support it. And over they repeated the message, "Enough is enough." In a wave of protests one historian called the largest of its kind in American history, tens of thousands of students walked out of their classrooms Wednesday to demand action on gun violence and school safety. The demonstrations extended from Maine to Hawaii as students joined the youth-led surge of activism set off by the February 14th massacre at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Here in Mexico High School, students held an assembly aimed at the kindness while honoring those who were killed in school shootings. A teacher, who was also a reserve police officer trained in firearm use, accidentally discharged a gun Tuesday at Seaside High School in Monterey County, California, during a class devoted public safety, school officials said in a statement. A male student was reported to have sustained non-life-threatening injuries. The weapon, which was not described, was pointed at the ceiling, according to a statement from the school, and debris fell from the ceiling. The demise of Toys R Us will have a ripple effect on everything from toy makers to consumers to landlords. The 70-year-old retailer is headed towards shuttering its U.S. operations, jeopardizing the jobs of some 30,000 employees, while spelling the end for a chain known to generations of children and parents for its sprawling stores. The closing of the company's 740 U.S. stores over the coming months will finalize the downfall of a chain that succumbed to heavy debt and relentless trends that undercut its business, from online shopping to mobile games. Republicans eyed a recount and a lawsuit over perceived irregularities in a closing-watched U.S. House race in Pennsylvania, where Democrat Conor Lamb clung to a slender lead in the longtime GOP stronghold friendly to President Donald Trump. With the last batch of absentee ballots counted, Lamb, a 33-year-old former prosecutor and first-time candidate, saw his edge over Republican Rick Saccone shrink slightly to 672 votes out of more than 224,000 cast, according to unofficial results. The 4 counties in the Pittsburgh area district reported they had about 375 uncounted provisional military and overseas ballots. They have 7 days to count the provisional ballots, and the deadline to receive military and overseas ballots is next Tuesday. Lake Ontario's water level this winter has been high, close to what it was last winter. As a result, water releases at the Moses Songes Dam in Messina on the St. Lawrence River, which affect the lake's level, are proceeding at a record pace. At this point, while impossible to predict the probability of a repeat of last spring's exceptional rains and subsequent high water levels on the lake for the rest of the year is low, according to a press release from the International Joint Commission. The current lake level is 74.96 meters, 245.93 feet, which is 30 centimeters, 11.8 inches above the average, and 3 centimeters, 1.2 inches below last year. The latest March storm dropped nearly a foot of snow yesterday. Is there any signs of spring coming? Here's Maya with the forecast.
We're a little more settled this afternoon with mostly cloudy skies and maybe a peak of sun here or there, but temperatures remain below normal for this time of year, with highs only reaching the mid-30s. There's no sign for any warm-up as we head to the weekend. Highs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday won't get above freezing, and Sunday's high will barely get into the 20s. We're looking at some morning snow showers on Friday and very windy conditions. Clouds dominate our weather Saturday before a good deal of sunshine on Sunday. Long-range data shows no sign of any springtime weather, and to next week. In fact, there's some indication that some more snow may be headed our way on Tuesday or Wednesday. That's the forecast. I'm Maya. Have a great rest of your day.
Syracuse survived and advances in the NCAA tournament. Here's Amber with sports.
The last team to make the NCAA tournament gets to play at least one more. Credit Syracuse's fabulous freshman forward and its legendary zone defense for getting a cringe-worthy win. Freshman O'Shea Brissett had his 13th double-double while leading Syracuse's second-half comeback and the Orange, the last team to make the NCAA tournament, held on for a 60-56 victory over Arizona State on Wednesday night in the first four. The 11th seeded Orange plays number 6 seed TCU 21-11 on Friday in Detroit in the Midwest region. Syracuse 21-13 had to sweat out Selection Sunday and wound up as the last one to make the bracket, regulated to the first four. The Orange prevailed in a matchup of teams that started fast and then faded on to tournament bubble. The rest of the NCAA tournament begins today with first-round games today and Friday. The Buffalo Bills have been active in a free agency. Their most recent signing came on Wednesday night when the team agreed to terms with A.J. McCarron on a 2-year contract. Although the general belief is that Buffalo will take one of the top quarterbacks in this year's draft class, McCarron could get a chance to win the starting job early in 2018. McCarron spent the first 4 years of his career with the Cincinnati Bengals after they drafted him in the 5th round of the 2014 NFL Draft. He started 3 games back in 2015 and completed 79 of his 119 passes for 854 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Of course, the Bills let their starting quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, go following at the end of the season. That's a quick look at sports. I'm Amber.
The Mexico High School Band Program is taking donations for the Mexico Food Pantry. Look for the marching band hats during lunch in the cafeteria and in the morning before school in the foyer. The French Club Semi-Formal has been rescheduled for April 6th from 8 to 11 p.m. Tickets are now on sale in the French room before and after school. That's all for us this week. Have a great day. I'm Bianca.